Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's well and hope everyone's blessed. So, I thought I'd do a little take on the Danny Christie and Jimmy Miller fight. My opinion on that fight was and how I think it went. So first and foremost, I want to give a big show of respect to both fighters. We all know Danny Christie is my friend and brother. But big respect to Jimmy Miller for taking that fight. Fighting the way he did. It was a fucking brilliant fight, absolutely brilliant fight to watch. My opinion, I think Danny won every single round, apart from maybe the second. The second round could have went either way. But for me, as a spectator, if I was a judge, I like to score the fight by the forward pressure fighter. If you're the fighter that's putting pressure on, trying to win the fight, trying to take the fight to your opponent, and you're landing the most hurtful punches. I think Danny was the one who was pushing the pace. Danny was the one who was, he'd scored the knockdowns. He was. I think Jimmy could feel the punches more than what Danny could feel Jimmy's punches. I think it showed in that fight. But Jimmy Miller, what a fighter he is. Very slick. Heart of a lion, absolute beast. Close. It was. Listen, the only round that wasn't close was the first. That was the only round that wasn't close. But after that, they were all close rounds. It was a brilliant fight. For me, I think Jimmy did well to survive. And it was clear to see that was Jimmy's plan. Jimmy's plan was back foot, move, survive each round. Especially after being knocked down the way he did in the first round. I think he did really well to see the final bell. He actually come into his own. Landed some good hurtful punches. Made it quite an even fight. But for me, Danny nicked all the rounds, probably apart from the second. But yeah, massive respect to both fighters. I think Danny Christie needed that fight. He needed that fight. He's dropping down weight. I thought he looked strong. I thought he looked fit. I've seen a couple of people saying he looked tired, and did he fuck? He looked fit. The both fighters looked tired. They looked like they could push on. They looked like they could do that all day. They both looked. I thought Danny looked quick. He still carried his power. I thought both fighters were fucking brilliant. For me, that was fight of the night. For me, Danny Christie, Jimmy Miller was fight of the night. It was absolutely fantastic. You know what? As for the bare knuckle fight to go 5 rounds, both, landing good clean shots. It's very rare, isn't it? It's very rare. Bare knuckle fights usually get either stopped by TKO or cuts, or especially the way these two were landing punches on each other. What a brilliant fight. Absolutely fucking outstanding fight. Big shout out to Jimmy Miller, heart of a lion. I think he can go to the very top in the BKFC. I think he can definitely make some waves. I'd like to see that fight again. I really would. I'd like to Danny to get a couple more fights, Jimmy to rack up a few more wins. If both fighters keep winning after this fight, I can see these two fighting again. 100%. I can see these two fighting again. Jimmy is slick, kept stepping to the right, getting under taking Danny's back. Jimmy was, he was a very clever fighter. Clinching every time Danny got close, because we all know Danny he carries power and Danny's quite durable. But Jimmy showed his heart, Jimmy showed his durability, and Jimmy obviously can bang as well. I was sat with Danny after the fight, and Danny's face was bust up. But Danny has a lot of scar tissue. He has, his face balloons up. He's took a lot of shots over his life, but what a fucking fight. What a fight. But for me, Danny Christie was the clear winner. I thought he won every single round apart from the second. That's just my opinion. But hats off to both fighters. Jimmy Miller, big, strong, heart of a lion. What a fighter. I think I'm looking forward to watching him fight again. Yeah, definitely. Would love to see that fight again. God bless, guys.